Hey everybody, how we doing tonight? Hope you're all doing well. Alright, let's get this all ready to go. I get to see my face tonight. Hey Jay, how you doing? Good to hear. Glad you're doing okay at work. Well, hopefully you get to relax now a little bit. Double up on the phone and the tablet. Nice. Should be on one on YouTube and one on Twitch, Mimi. Ishgard will not last long against Needhog and his horde. We must away. What do you think of how this sounds on the new microphone? Wow, that was peaking really bad. Let me turn that down a little bit. Going that far into the red line. Good. Know you then what this war portendeth?
I must return to my city without delay.
And we shall lend you our wings. Let us meet with Nidhogg on the field of battle, and together bring an end to his wrathful song. Thing is, I don't even know if I did decide to do that type of content, what would I do? I've never recorded that kind of content before. Eat candy. Read a story? That's a possibility. Well, thank you.
Remember your training. We hold fast until the Lord Commander returns. We must hold.
That's awesome. Okay, I have to ask then, if you were to cast me as someone in that, who would it be?
fury. That one is the size of Nidhogg.
Fair enough. Well, in your personal opinion, who would you want to hear me as?
Lord Commander!
You are late, Warrior of Light.
Ganondorf? The villain? What? What? Alright. 1 second, guys. Sorry about that, Wolf. I had to step away for a moment. Abandon the war, Shade. The suffering thou sowest serveth no end. The traitor's progeny have learned of their forefathers' betrayal, and seek now to make amends with our kind. Never shall our grief be assuaged, nor our loss forgotten, but reconciliation, plague of enemy. Bleh. Forsake thy vengeance and be at peace. What soft-headed ramblings are these? Thy dalliance with that vile maid hath robbed thee of thy wits, made thee forget the stench of our brood sister's lifeblood. Thou darest speak thus of my beloved? Ah, so the flames of rage may yet be kindled. I feared thy heart's fire had long since gone out. But waste not thy fury on words, brother. Thou shalt have need of it for the battle. Uh-oh. Whoa. This is getting a little crazy. Oh man, took one of his wings. Thou art weak, Hisfelgar, a slithering worm who fawneth over the vermin who should rightly be his prey. For 1,000 years have I fought without cease. Thou didst think to glory not in thy victory, Shade. The battle is not yet won. My power and my hope have I entrusted to another. Thine eye. I have his eye, don't I? Ooh. Thou would trust a mortal with thy strength? I know thee. 'Twas thou who didst intrude upon my lair and best the half of me, and naught in creation shall deny me my vengeance.
As their worlds drift apart, one soul's cry, a passion welling within.
Been good, Wolf. How about you?
Yet this bond of hope by treachery was broke, scattering her words to the wind.
Alright, just waiting on 2 more DPS and we can start it.
Swelling over long seas of blood are a song, and death afterthought to fight for naught
Here we go. Nice. I'm glad you're getting it done. I have to see about getting my booster here soon. Come on. Come on. Come on, let's keep it going. Got him. Yep. Because I think we got him. That might be the final bit. Now to get the eyes off of Estinian. Okay, here we go. Let's see what the end of the story is here.
Estinian!
Is this to be mine end? Nay, I will not allow it. I am of the first brood. I am vengeance incarnate. I am Nidhogg! Thou shalt die by my hand!
This is not your hand, worm!
Thou wilt obey!
I would ask one last favor of you, Warrior of Light. Finish me, now! You waste your time. Ending Nidhogg will be my final duty.
No! You can't die like this! I won't let you!
Sail. Where's the phone?
Children of the land. Souls that once rang clear, two souls intertwined.
You got him out. Good.
And heaven's memories dimmed by shadows. In the waxing gloom, did wane the lover's moon, watching as their worlds drift apart. One soul's cry, a passion welling within, sacrifice, a final plea to her king.
All right.
Cast them into the abyss!
Yet this bond of hope, by treachery was broke, scattering her words to the wind.
It's done. I didn't know I was quite literally finishing Heavensward in my first.
He lives. Ah, Estinian, my ill-fated friend. Lucia, summon the healers. I want them ready to receive him.
At once, Lord Commander.
allow me to do this much, at least.
The Horde has sensed the fall of their master and scattered to the winds.
You have my gratitude, Hraesvelga. Your deeds this day have saved a great many lives.
Then our alliance hath served its purpose. Thou didst wield the power I granted thee well. 'Twas thine own skill and not mine I which earned thee victory. I wish thy companion a swift recovery. Fare you well, children of men.
The battle is won. We can do no more for Estinian now than bear him home and wish him well, even as Hraesvelga did. The rest we must trust to the hands of the healers and the grace of the gods.
Through the haze of pain I swear I sensed, but no. Past is done, and we must look to the future. At long last, Nidhogg is gone. His foul spirit cast out once and for all. I only pray Estinian survives the ordeal. Your battle with Nidhogg's shade will beget many an epic ballad, Cornell, and rightly so. It was without doubt one of your more epical victories. Though I must admit, I took greater joy in seeing you emerge from the experience unscathed. And not only for your own sake. Had you not been there to aid me, those infernal eyes would still be fused to Estinian's mail. Yet even with Nidhogg gone, I cannot help but wonder how much of our friend remains. Let us pay a visit to Lucia, and beg news of his condition. Cornell, Master Alphino, my honored friends, as if winning his Freylgar to our cause was not enough, you took it upon yourselves to rid us of its brood brother. I know not how to thank you. My own contribution was hardly noteworthy. The true saviors of the day were Cornell and Estinian. One triumphed over Nidhogg's shade through strength of arms, and the other through strength of will. And speaking of Estinian, what news of his recovery? The Azure Dragon was conveyed to the infirmary, where he now resides under the care of our hospitaller captain. I am told he has yet to regain consciousness, but as you know, Estinian's mind and body were held hostage for many days. We must be patient, and allow the process of healing to begin. In the meantime, you would do well to rest and recover from your own ordeals. But surely, Sir Emmerich is never long from Estinian's bedside, and will send word the moment there are any developments. Now, if I have satisfied your concerns, I believe Lord Edmund and his sons are most eager to celebrate your return. Very well, First Commander. Come, Cornell. 'Twould seem that we are awaited at Fortum's Manor.
The heroes of the hour return.
We but did our duty, my lord. It was the memories of fallen friends and not our heroism which saw us through at the last.
I gave every ounce of my strength, but mine efforts would have counted for naught had the Warrior of Light not arrived to challenge the Great Worm. As a sworn knight of Ishgard, I had hoped to do more for my city.
Well, we cannot all be heroes, dear brother. Let us put away our pride for a moment and revel in the valiant deeds of our comrade. For your sterling service to Ishgard, we salute you. And while we're on the subject of valiant deeds, I believe I myself have earned some small measure of recognition. Under my watchful command, the ballistas of the Outer Ward struck down a veritable swarm of Dravanian invaders.
My lord's command was certainly watchful. He bravely watched as the siege crews took aim, and continued to watch as countless wyverns met their end. Indeed, the ward's defenders proved so well drilled that my lord had little occasion to stop watching.
There will be time enough to determine who is most deserving of recognition later. Our friends are doubtless weary from their exertions. I had chambers prepared in expectation of your return. You are welcome to retire at your leisure.
I am most grateful for your hospitality, my lord, but I believe I shall pay a visit to the Temple Knight's Infirmary. Pray excuse me.
Our master Alfino has grown. The plight of his stricken brother-in-arms pains him more than his own hurts. In which respect he has come to resemble you, Warrior of Light. Go then, visit the Azure Dragoon, and grant him what comfort you may.
Alright, let's go visit Estidian, see how he's doing. See if we can wake him up. Lai Hao, thank you very much for liking the stream. Oh no, my friend, what can I do for the savior of Ishgard? You seek Master Alfino? Ah, he came to relieve me of my vigil a short while ago. When he begged to sit at Estinian's side, I could not well refuse him. Though he would sooner faint than admit it, the boy must be exhausted by Histvelgar's trial and all that followed. Estinian is blessed to have such devoted comrades. known friendship with Estinian began some 10 years past, shortly after we joined the Temple Knights. I learned his name soon enough, but Estinian barely registered my existence. I was less a fellow recruit and more a shadow which occasionally darkened his path. And so I might have remained, had fate not seen fit to intervene. While out on patrol, our company was set upon by a dragon, and we were the only two to survive. The experience forged a bond between us, as such life-threatening situations are wont to do. Despite our friendship, he remained an intense and solitary youth, wholly obsessed with claiming vengeance against Nidhogg. Revenge was ever at the forefront of his mind. Revenge for the death of his parents, and revenge for his younger brother. I would venture that in Alphino he sees something of his lost sibling. And in the ungentle chidings of Estinian, Alphino has found the elder brother he never had. Truth be told, Estinian's tactless observations have saved me from disaster. More than once, and I can well understand Alphino's affection for him. He is a friend for whom I would gladly... Lord Commander, your presence is required in the infirmary. Is he... Tell him I'm on my way. Quickly, Cornell, we must go to him. Okay, so we're going to have a bunch of cutscenes.
Estinian!
Ah, there he is.
Cease your mewling, boy. It grates my ears.
Forgive me. When I saw you awaken, I could not... It was such a relief. We feared you might never wake up.
Now, Estinian. If Master Alphino thought any less of you, you would still be Nidhogg's plaything. Or dead.
He has a point.
Aye, 'twas but a jest. I thank you, Alphino. And you too, Warrior of Light. Quite how you managed to persuade Hraesvelgr to aid in his brood brother's downfall I cannot imagine. But full glad am I that you did. Yet again, you have achieved the impossible.
There we go.
I, for my part, owe you an apology. When last we met, I did willingly loose an arrow at your heart. Can you forgive me?
There is naught to forgive, Hameric. You but acted in defense of Ishgard as is your duty. Were you any less single-minded about it, I would not follow you into battle, nor trust you at my back. Besides, I had come to the selfsame conclusion, that I would have to perish for Nidhogg to be stopped. So let us dispense with the hand-wringing. I have heard enough mewling for one day.
Oh!
The tendrils of Nidhogg's foul presence bound up every fiber of my being, usurping my senses, but I yet retained some trace of awareness. The worm's mind was as a vast and tumultuous sea. Endlessly its black waters churned, his grief and despair at Ratatoska's murder never calming, never receding. Driven by this surging current came wave upon wave of unrelenting rancor. It was the very image of my own heart. There I saw the dark reflection of the hatred I felt after Nidhogg slew my family, when no path remained save vengeance against dragonkind. Neither one of us had a choice. But I was blessed with something Nidhogg was not. Comrades and teachers to console and admonish me. Had I not had them to gainsay my obsession, it would surely have consumed me as Nidhogg's did him, and we would have been in all respects alike. Though his shade is banished, his spirit scattered upon the sea of clouds, I feel no joy at his passing. Where once I craved vengeance, I now crave rest. Lord Commander, my hunt is at an end. I would lay down the mantle of Azure Dragoon.
My friend.
Retirement.
He has tired himself with too many words. I doubt not that he will make a full recovery, but he must be allowed some few days of quiet.
Let's see how well it works up here. Kind of pointing at me that direction. No, it's not picking up as well.
I too must see my path to its end. Sleep well, my friend.
Following the battle with Nidhogg on the Steps of Faith, Sir Emeric called an assembly of state. 'Twas there, with one decree, that the 1,000-year rule of the archbishops was ended, paving the way to the Republic. The governance of Ishgard would now be placed in the hands of high and lowborn alike, their ranks represented by the newly founded House of Lords and House of Commons. Church
Parliament
was separated from state. The foundation for change had been carefully laid, and the reforms proposed by Ishgard law without incident.
I need a haircut.
His duty done, Emeric de Burrell gladly stepped down from the Archbishop's dais, only to be raised unto the highest seat in the House of Lords. Though he strove at first to refuse this honor, The unexpectedly strident voice of the Count de Durandare left him little choice but to accept. And so it was that the winds of gentle revolution came to stir. Prominent among the many honoured guests at Sir Emeric's investiture were the ambassadors of Dragonkind, a fitting symbol of Ishgard's. The people looked on in awe as he soared through the heavens on Dragonback. And by their cheers did they hail him an Azure Dragoon for a new age.
This Railgar.
Thus were the notes of the dragon song rewritten, the din of war giving way to a rising litany of peace and hope.
That's cool. I was expecting something with the Asians here at the end. I was gazing out at the sea of clouds, an all too rare moment of idleness, when I chanced to behold a certain hero wending his way towards the city on Dragonback. Welcome home, Cornell. Nay, 'twas no grave matter that moved me to greet you in person. Between you and me, I merely sought respite from the pressures of office. No sooner do I surrender my role as a temporary head of state than I am burdened with a position of more permanent responsibility. I fancy that it echoes in some small measure the way you must feel when your improbable feats of heroism are rewarded with still more impossible challenges. The myth of which guided our society for generations lies in tatters, and am I then to be scorned for building upon the system of nobility that I once sought to tear down? And what strange jest is it that places me at its pinnacle, an archbishop's bastard at the head of the House of Lords? But these questions are for me to answer. It is not in man's nature to change overnight. This I learned through painful experience. And it was this hard lesson which convinced me to take the path which we now follow. Even as we rebuild the bridge between man and dragon, so must we reimagine Ishgard, one carefully placed stone at a time. We must remember that it is not for us that we laid this groundwork, but for the men and women that our children will become. May their towers rise proudly from the fundament of our legacy. I hear word from Captain Whitecape that Estinian has vanished from his sick room. His willfulness survives undiminished. Should you ever happen upon our unmannerly friend on your travels, pray assure him that I shall keep Ishgard safe until he deigns to come home. Thank you, Cornell, and please convey my warmest regards to Master Alphino. Yep. Is the stream going smoothly for you, Mini-Me? As far as like video and everything like that? It's playing smooth, no jitter? You spoke with Sir Emmerich? I do not envy him in his new position. Excellent. Ishgard has chosen a new road, but one littered with detritus of 1,000 years of broken faith. Yet though her people may stumble from time to time, I know of none better than Sir Emmerich to lead that march of progress. As for us, there remains the small matter of ushering in a new dawn in the shadows of inscrutable Asian machinations and a seemingly endless procession of primals. But we too must walk our chosen path, no matter how treacherous the footing. Cutscene? Warriors of Darkness. Oh no, they're recovering the eyes. That's not good. They're recovering his eyes. Thank you, Blanheres. Nay, you need not remain there. We shall rendezvous at the usual place. All is proceeding as expected? Aye, there is naught to concern us, aside from one overly curious mouse. This way. Alphino's sister. Him again. It is of no moment. They will play their part, and we will play ours. And thus did grey mist give way to the azure skies. Man and dragon rise above, voices joined in song. But beneath shrouded boughs, beyond the scope of light, shadow stirs. Master Crits, you are come at a most excellent time. An invitation from a truly preeminent personage was delivered to the manor but a short while ago. Would that you had been present to receive it, but in any event, Sir Emmerich de Borel, Lord Speaker of the House of Lords, Lord Commander of the Temple Knights, and Viscount of House Borel, cordially invites Master Crits to dine with him at his estate. You seem surprised. The messenger assured me that his lord had broached the subject with you at an earlier date, when the arrangements for the peace conference were still being finalized. Of course, the intervening moons afforded little opportunity for leisure, but with the happy advent of peace, 'tis plain the Lord Commander sees no further cause to delay. What say you? I should be glad to accept. Indeed, who would not? You will forgive me if I seem envious. Ahem. I shall send word of your acceptance to the Borel Manor at once. When you are ready, pray report to the Astrologicum. They will have someone escort you the rest of the way. Greetings and well met, Master Crits. I have the honor and the privilege to serve as head steward of House Borel. Though, admittedly, our staff is somewhat smaller than those of other noble families, being countable on one hand. My lord will be overjoyed to hear you have accepted his invitation. As you will soon see, we have spared no expense. I dare say a man of action such as yourself enjoys nary a moment's respite. Aye, the battlefield beckons even now, I am sure. But for this day, we bid you lay down your burdens and raise a glass to peace and prosperity. It is a lovely house. And that food looks good. I might add the Final Fantasy XIV cookbook to my my wish list.
To think the Moogles would prove such harsh taskmasters. Forgive me. I did not know you had suffered so in your quest for the horn. I must say, your spirited accounts always come as a welcome change from the arid reports which fill my days.
He doesn't drink. It makes me nervous with what happened the last time we joined someone for drinks.
Though I have lived in these lands my entire life, to hear you speak of them, there is much and more I have yet to see. Truly, yours was a marvelous journey.
Why not join me on the next?
Well, truth be told, when I think back on the sweeping vistas of the churning mists, I do feel some slight pangs of wanderlust. Alas, much as I would like to accept your invitation, I fear my present duties with the House of Lords demand my undivided attention. Someday, perhaps.
Pardon me?
By your deeds, you have helped us to lay the foundation for lasting reform. The formation of the Republic is but the beginning, for it is not only our system of governance which must needs change. We, the people, must learn to let go of our hatreds and rise above our bloody past. I only pray that I live long enough to see us achieve some measure of success, that I might know the lost did not die in vain. I can still see you there on the steps of faith, striding fearlessly towards the worm. If you could do that, who are we to balk at the challenges ahead? The question of how best to strengthen ties with the other great nations of Eorzea has been debated at length in the Lords and Commons of late. As you may imagine, maintaining stability during this period of historic upheaval is our paramount concern. Nevertheless, we are greatly indebted to the Alliance for their support during the Grand their faith in kind. Of course, we owe you the greatest debt of all, and it is my hope that in extending our support to you and the Scions, we might also express our gratitude to our neighbors, nay, our fellow Eorzeans, whom we pray you will continue to protect. The Lords and Commons agree on very little, but not a soul in either house begrudges your order this offer of patronage. For all you have done, May I ask a personal question? Now that the dust has settled, what will you do? Not as a scion, I mean, but what do you want for yourself?
Lord Commander, pray forgive the interruption.
News from House Fulton?
An urgent message for the Warrior of Light. I was instructed to deliver it without delay. Master Thancred returned to the manor a short time ago, bearing an injured maiden. Master Leveilleur and Mistress Tataru are tending to her wounds, but they like not her chances. Respectfully, my lord, they have requested the Warrior of Light's immediate presence.
You must go to them, my friend, and I shall go with you.
for marks a new beginning. From tragedy and sacrifice, we rise to greet a new dawn, as did he. Only to be drawn unto another battlefield, another cause, as if by fate.
Hi, Domino. Domino. I love you too. One second.
Yes.
Is that...
I'm back. Sorry for the eye rolling.
Alize, Alphino's twin sister. She ran afoul of the Warriors of Darkness.
Oh, pardon me.
I had been tracking them since the ceremony at Falcon's Nest. Little did I know I was not the only one. Evidently, she had learned of their activities and attempted to shadow them on her own. Poorly. I rescued her in the Twelveswood, and together we fled north. But though I made every effort to cover up, and in the ensuing struggle, Alize took an arrow to the shoulder. It was only after we had made good our escape that I realized it was poisoned.
Thank you for coming so quickly. And you, Sir Emmerich.
Think nothing of it. How is she?
We have done all we can for now. Although the immediate danger has passed, the poison yet lingers in her blood. We came to Eorzea together. hoping to bring salvation to the realm our grandfather gave his life to protect. But when confronted with the bitter realities of its politics and its petty powermongers, she was driven to anger and to doubt. She refused to become embroiled in what she termed Eorzea's squabbles and distance herself from the Scions. Though she remained hopeful of a brighter future, she would walk her own path. Would that it had not been so perilous. For all our differences, she's as dedicated as any Scion to the salvation of Eorzea. But more than that, she is my sister. To be reunited with her, only to lose her forever. Gods, even to speak the words.
Take heart, Master Alphino. She will be attended by our most skilled chirurgeons. Bear Mistress Leveilleur to the infirmary at once. Apprise Captain Whitecape of the situation, and inform him that she is to be treated as my personal charge.
Wait, don't go. Please, come closer. The warriors of darkness are in league with the Ascians. Slaughtering the primals is but the first step in their plan. They make for Zelvatol to bring about Garuda's summoning and to kill her. You must stop them.
I shall...
Master Thancred, I would ask that you accompany Mistress Leveilleur to the infirmary. Your knowledge of her injuries may well prove useful in determining her treatment.
Of course.
Surely they won't let her. Huh. Yes, I know. We must trust in Captain Whitecape and his Chirurgeons. Did they not bring Estinian back from the very brink of death? I am uncomfortably reminded of how he mocked me for praying at his bedside for days on end. What say you, my friend? Shall we turn our attention to a matter whose conclusion we yet have the power to influence? The warriors of darkness and the Ascians are conspiring to bring about Garuda's summoning, that they entered them in Loth Astgnath when they were confronting Ravana gods. Has this been their aim all along? What do you intend to do, Master Alphino? There is much and more I do not understand, but I know this: a primal summoning cannot be ignored. Alice risked her life to uncover this plot, and we squander her gift at our peril. Cornell, will you accompany me to Zelfatol and help me stop the Ixal's ritual? Given that Ishgard shares a border with the Ixali homeland, we have a vested interest in the outcome of this ritual. We have been willing to suffer the Beastmen's intrusions into Korthin lands to a point, but the summoning of a primal is an escalation we cannot abide. You shall have our fastest airship, Master Alphino. The mountains of Zelfatol are not easily traversed, and this endeavor demands all haste. The gesture is most appreciated, Sir Emmerich, but I fear an aerial approach is destined to fail. This is their homeland, after all, and Ixial dirigibles are not to be underestimated. No experience tells me the only conceivable approach is by land. I believe it would be wiser to cross into Zelfatol by way of the mountain pass east of Camp Dragonhead. In that case, I shall send instructions for a contingent of the camp's knights to be placed at your disposal. They will secure you safe passage through the mountains and escort you thence to Zelfatol. Though my men are unqualified to confront a primal, they are more than capable of contending with the Ixal. You should be glad of their assistance, Lord Edmund. In the event Mistress Alice regains consciousness, we will share with you any additional information she may provide. May the Fury watch over and keep you safe. Then let us be off. We can procure any additional supplies we require in Camp Dragonhead. There we go. Head out to Camp Dragonhead. There's Alphino. Pass is north of Nadalin and due east of Camp Dragonhead. Though it is normally guarded by a score of Ixali warriors, I have been informed that House Fortino knights have already dispatched them. The enemy's gates lie open. We need but walk through. Master Crits, Master Alphino, as you can see, the gate is ours. Be advised that our scouts are reporting increased activity around the first mountain. Simply put, they are up to something, and I don't want anyone interfering. Or they don't want anyone interfering. We stand ready to escort you to Zelfatol and aid you as you see fit. Given the numbers we are like to encounter, a two-pronged approach may be best. While the knights and I feign a larger attack to draw the Ixal's attention, I suggest you and yours attempt to slip past their defenses and locate the site of the summoning ritual. If the gods are good, you should only have to deal with some few patrols, but if they are not, you may be forced to do battle with the warriors of darkness. Alright, let's queue up. Could be that long of a wait as a tank. Though it might be. Pardon me. I may have to call it early if I'm yawning this much. Good. A&W root beer. This is taking longer than I expected it to. Yeah, root beer's awesome. Nothing beats it fresh from the tap, though. Okay, does show. I was testing to make sure I could see Facebook chat through this chat. Yes, I have. I also like sarsaparilla. Mikey! Hi, Mike. Night. Yeah, Mikey, I have A and W in the metal mug. That's a big rock. Oh no, I hope the stress goes away. I don't like hearing about my friends being stressed out. Turn that down just a little bit because I see it's redlining the game audio just slightly. I'm sorry to hear that. And I'm hopefully the neutral ones are the ones that pass it the quickest, but the good ones are the ones you can savor. That is my hope for you, Mikey. Good. Yeah, it wants to eat me. Wants to hug me and squeeze me and call me George. Back in the day, I actually had that as a sound cue I would pull up whenever something squished me really bad. And if you guys can spare a moment, if you could share the stream on Facebook, I would appreciate it. Or share the YouTube stream out to people. No. Just sharing. Whoa! Didn't know that did that. Okay. Come on. Got him. That's our priority target right there. Get him. There we go. Get my buffs up. Back up the buffs as they cool down. Already put a dot on him. Use my strongest breaker on him. Now just keep cycling through him and watch out for any new mechanics and cooldowns that I need to activate. Yep. And keep him pointed away from the other party members. I know we lost one DPS already. Ow! 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 That's ow! Those spikes hurt. Pop my cooldowns. Memo to me for the next time I run this. Make sure you keep yourself in line with the barricades so you don't get pushed into the spikes. Lesson learned. Not better for me. Barely not better for me, but not better for me. Only 9 points off that time, so that's not bad. knock them down. As is my job as the tank. Alright. Working with 3 other players isn't too bad. I actually like the party system in this game quite a bit. Do. Oh, Cridola. And they're down. And away we go.